In this video, I'm going to tell you about how to get best Messi card, best ever Messi card in this game, FIFA Mobile, that is, and a guide to Founders Event. That means what rewards to choose, where to spend your tokens upon, everything that your question is about is going to be answered in this video, everything about the Founders Event guide. So let's get started. First of all, what is this Founders Event thing and what is all this Founders, all this about? So there's a rebranding of the FIFA Mobile game that is going to be coming. That is basically the FIFA has given a contract to EA that they can use this FIFA word, specifically text FIFA, for their brand, and now that contract is about to end, so EA is making its own game called EA FC Mobile instead of basically EA FC, and there's a mobile version that is EA FC Mobile. And this event is a pre-season event. There's always a pre-season event, so this is the event that we have gotten in this season, that is a Founders event. And joining this event and participating in the event, being a part of it, will give you some perks and some rewards in the EAFC mobile game, obviously. So how do you do that? All you have to do is go into the event, and there's a Be a Founder section right here. And now all you have to do is click this Be a Founder button over here. And once you click it, you're going to get a Founders token that is going to be your identifier as you are a founder of this game. Now the question is, why is it even important? Like, what are you even getting by being a founder suddenly? So there's something that you are going to get. The first thing that you need to understand is that you're going to get a status as a founder for the next game, that is EA Sports FC Mobile. So you're going to be a founder, but over that you're going to get a status hole in your profile, and you're going to get some player items. I don't know what those player items could be, maybe some player cards, maybe something else, and a user logo, of course. And more importantly, this is the specific part that you need to hear about. You're going to get a premium star pass. That's the first star pass, basically the season pass of the FC Mobile game. There will be a premium version, always there is, and you're going to get it for free if you become a founder in here. So that is the special reward that is attached with the founder, and other than this forever, the permanent founder status that you're going to get, kind of like for flexing purpose, I guess. I hope everybody is a founder by now, because this video is pretty late, I guess. Alright, so what is exactly the special thing that you need to know about before we get to all the ins and outs about what is the best possible reward as you value for money? Madison should you exchange for Roberto Firmino, for Fernandes, and etc, etc. I'm going to get in here very, very soon. But before that, there's one special thing that lots of people don't know, that you're going to get rewards in EAFC Mobile based on the overall of your team right now. So let's say I have 135 team. You can clearly see how it looks like. So I'm going to get some rewards based on whatever overall there is now. So you can see over here that there's a Reddit post which says what rewards for what overall of last season's squad is given in the new season. All this stuff. And the first comment, which is the top comment, answers it, which says like, I am 145 last season, got 2 elites, got 3 goals, which is cards, by the way, elite cards. Everybody know by now, I don't know, lots of people are just too used to event cards. So 3 goals, 250,000 coins, and 120 now and later points. That's another kind of token. I don't know if you're going to get in the EFC one or not. I'm tier 4 rewards, another information, which is from 120 to 149 overall. The tier 5 is 150 plus overall teams, and tier 3 is 100 to 119. So there's some things that gets clear over here, how you're going to get some rewards, right? So in the EAFC Mobile, you're gonna get some rewards based on your overall of the team in the FIFA Mobile. As you can see here, it says the overall is just the one you see in your active lineup, with perks, ranks, etc. So everything is counted. If you rank, if you leveled up your player, and whatever overall you get. So the maximum, whatever you see on your screen in here, exactly. So that's the thing you should know about. This is a spatial info that you may, and the mouse player do not know. There's one extra spatial tip that you have to know. Other than this free pack, there's this scouting point conversions. Now this thing is from the previous event. As you can see, this is retro points, and I will convert it later on, don't worry about that. Now if you go to event shop, from here go to resources. In here you see this another thing, which is the scouting points again, but this token is actually the pass point. So if you've been saving your strap pass points, this is the moment to actually spend upon, as it is 1:1 conversion. So you're getting a lot. You're getting from retro stars, and then you're getting from star pass points converted to scouting points. So that's a lot. That's going to help you a lot. This is just a reminder. So here's the thing. I'm sorry I took this long to tell you about how you can get the best Messi card possible. So here's the thing. EA has released all these players in the cycle, and then he says that there's going to be a mystery pioneer over here, which is 120. You know, at the exact date of Mr. Pioneer, there's one card that just was updated in the game that wasn't before. Exact same time when the Mr. Pioneer appeared over here. That was Lionel Messi's 120 Founders Event card. Screen. Look at this screen. I have so many. You know, who is going to be that mystery pioneer? I have so many evidences. Mbappe is not here, and he's a really highly rated player. Lots of stuff, but it's not going to be Mbappe. Here's the thing. If it is, then I don't know what I'm going to do. You have to subscribe for knowing whatever I'm going to do if it will be an Mbappe, but it's going to be Messi. So first thing, mystery pioneer player appeared and Messi's card appeared in the market. In the first week, Haaland card appeared. In the third week, Bellingham's card appeared. Messi's card appeared nowhere in this time. So the mystery pioneer is 100% Lionel Messi, but unfortunately is going to appear after September 26th when EAFC is going to launch. Anyways, the mystery pioneer is 100% Lionel Messi. I don't know when EA is going to reveal it. So what you can do here, as soon as it does, you know, we're already here, by the way. Messi's already appeared in here. For what reason? I don't know if it's a bug or something. It wasn't supposed to be. Messi's card wasn't supposed to be here. You can do here, you know, when you get 5,600 whatever scouting points it is, just spend all of those. You know, spend all of those over here and you can potentially get Messi's card. So that's one way, and other way is obviously through the exchange, to exactly doing the same thing, exchanging all your club points for here and getting a lot of Thierry Henrys, and then exchanging Thierry Henrys over here, 170 retro star player, star player, and this will get you a highly, you know, it has a high chance of getting any of these players, which includes Messi. So either you can gamble in the scouting point section, or you can gamble in here, and you will be getting one of the cards. That's the only way to get Messi. Now I've talked about calculations. Okay, so there's already the Luxian. I don't know how exactly to pronounce that, but he has already did calculations. But this calculation is old calculation. It's not as relevant right now, because EA has changed some of the reward for the event. So I've done my own calculations, and those calculations are over here, as you can see. So as you can see, you know, one thing you need to know about, you know, specifically focus right now. You are going to be getting very limited rewards, 5,000 scouting points and some 600 extra, and then there's club points about 3,000. How much can you actually spend with that? So calculations are already done. I've already talked about calculations. I'm not going to repeat the calculations again. You already know what you're going to get. And if you wanna know about in details about the calculations, you can get into this sheet, see yourself, you know, where the numbers are coming from, etc. Now, finally, let's talk about which are the best option for you. I've already sorted this out for you. So first thing in here, which is available in the sheet, which you can visit, and yeah. So here you can see it says for long time players, and here it says for those who are close to 130 but not 130 overall. This is basically overall of your team. And then there's this for new players, probably the first event of FIFA Ball. So what should you be choosing on? If you're like me, I've played for like a long time, maybe 6 months, 5 months, 4 months, whatever. So if you're a long time player, this is the section that you should be looking for, and I'm going to tell you about the best option. You should be waiting to the end of the video, because I'm going to get you the best values of the rewards, so you should be waiting. You remember one thing that is said of the secrets that we talked about, that you will be getting some rewards in the next season based on the overall of your team of your this season. But let's say if you are close to 130 overall, if your team is close to 130 overall but you're not 130 overall, you're 129, 128, you should be choosing this section, whatever I'm talking about. You should be spending your tokens on here, because that way you will be reaching 130 overall of your team, which means if you get your team to 130 overall, you'll be eligible to get tier 2 rewards, which is I think 130 140. And I'm just thinking about this, I'm just predicting what tiers and what overall range would they carry about. It's not exactly guaranteed, but obviously if you're close to 130 overall, then you should be focusing upon maxing out your team with high roll players, which means your go-to should be Roberto Firmino and Madison, which will guarantee you'll get a lot of overall in your team, and you'll be spiking your overall and getting higher value players. And for new players who have just joined recently, just this month, this particular month, September, August, this should be your cards that you should be choosing. So first of all, which transition card should you pick up? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you about long-time players and for the 130, and then obviously for new players. So for a long-time player, it depends. I'm not gonna lie to you, it really depends. I think Raul is out of option. Like, who the hell is going to choose Raul? Because the reason I'm gonna tell you about is that, so look at his what he has. He has a second striker. He's a second striker. Look at my freaking skill boost. I haven't even upgraded my skill boost to 15, which I potentially can. So always second strikers are always bad choice. So I think Raul is out of options. There's only 2 options that you're going to go for, and this is, I'm talking about long time players. Okay, so here's the thing. If you have Gullit, I'm talking about Ruud Gullit, then don't choose Gerrard here. If you already have Ruud Gullit in your team, which is one of the best midfielders, then you should not particularly choose Steven Gerrard. Basically, you are already done your job. Bellingham and Ruud Gullit is are the best 2 midfielders in the game. I don't need anybody else. So those people who don't have Ruud Gullit, probably this could be your choice as Steven Gerrard. Plus, you're going to get a 89 version in the EFC, so don't forget about that. Now, I think Zanetti is the best card in here. The reason is, I'm talking about how many midfielders are there. How many great midfielders are there in the game? There are lots and lots of great midfielders. While on the other hand, how many right backs are there? There's basically Laham only, and maybe a couple of more, and they're top of mind. There's basically top. I don't think we even have top 5 right backs in the game. There's really not many right backs in here. You know, so basically Zanetti should be a go-to choice. Listen up. If you have Laham, I have Laham, by the way. I have Felipe Laham, which is the best right back, so I don't need Zanetti right now, but I can get it for EFC preparation. Okay, so to clear it out, you know, this is the process of how to choose. If you have Ruud Gullit already, and if you don't have Laham, then choose Zanetti. That's it. So if you have Ruud Gullit, if you don't have Felipe Laham as in right back, you know, the best card, then you should choose Zanetti. That's obvious. But let's say if you have Felipe Laham and you don't have Ruud Gullit, then I think Gerrard should be your choice, obviously. That's the go-to for the long-term player. You know, any of those. Anyways, you can choose anything you want. You can choose anything you potentially want, but this is my thought process, like how I'm going to go about. Overall, I think still Zanetti is the best choice for anybody. You know, as Zanetti is the best because you're going to get one of the best right backs in the game. As of in the end time, you know, you're maxing out your team. You're trying to make your best team as a long-time player. So Zanetti should be the placeholder for me. Now for those players who want to max out to about 130, go for a Zanetti. Like, it depends, you can choose, you know, it depends upon where you're lacking. Like, if you're, I don't think you'll be lacking in striker, because Roberto Firmino is 818, you can get a striker. And then you can get 115 Enzo Fernandez for maxing out the midfield. So the only option that is left that is kind of not available from other places, that is Roberto Firmino or you know, Enzo Fernandez, you're only left with Zanetti. So you should be choosing, if you're maxing out about, if you're near 130, then you should be choosing a Zanetti, of course. And for the new players, obviously go for a Zanetti. And it depends, like if you want Steven Gerrard, then you can potentially get the legend. Okay, so and now we're going to get about founders cards. So hold on your horses, you know, watch this segment very carefully from now on. Have your ears, you know, all up, you know, whatever you make sense of it. So you have this player searching us here. You can spend scouting points, and then we have Madison, which you get 3,000 scouting points, and you get Roberto Firmino for 2,000 scouting points, and then Enzo Fernandez, which is one of the best options in all of it, and then we got Mpanzu, which is a center defensive midfielder, for 2,000 scouting points. And you can obviously guess that if you're only going to get about 5,600 scouting points, so 3,000 scouting points and 2,000 scouting points options is the best one. Most of the people, I guess, would be already going for Madison. By the way, how these cards are about Madison. Madison is a great card. It's like Messi, or it has good dribbling abilities, all that stuff. Roberto Firmino is a striker, which is 118 already. So 118 is a lot of rating. By the way, in the game, it's like a huge margin on the physical attributes. And then we got Enzo Fernandez, which is among all these 4 options, possibly the best investment. So if you're like, which I want to choose from here, I want to choose a predetermined player. I don't want to gamble it. Enzo Fernandez should be the first, because it's a pioneer player. That means you're going to get a version of him in the EFC, and the EFC version is also good. It's an 89 overall card. It's a really good card. You know, overall the card is really good in my opinion. Mpanzu is also a great card. People might say that it's not, but It is, but still Fernandes card is the best of it, and for all obviously Roberto Firmino. So most of you will be going for, I think, 3,000 here for Fernandes and 2,000 for Roberto Firmino, and rest of it will be gambled up in here in the scout, in the player searching option for your favorite player, whatever. So for the long time players, Fernandes should be your option because it's a pioneer player, and the rest of your scouting points can be gambled in the player searching option because there's a lot of scouting points if you think about it. And the second thing is for players who are near 130 but not really 130 overall, definitely spending Roberto Firmino and Maddison. For spending Roberto Firmino, this is the first thing that should spend your token in, because the reason is only costs 2,000 scouting points. That's it. 2,000 scouting by 118, you're gonna skyrocket your team overall with this one. And if you then after that, if you kind of loses out a bit less than Maddison, that's a lot. At 119, wherever you put it, if you don't put in RM in the right midfielder, instead of that, if you put it in as a winger, you're still going to get 118 overall right there. And for the last people, for the new players, I would definitely say to spend on Fernandes. And Enzo Fernandes should be your primarily choice, and the rest of your tokens are going to go to this whatever favorite player do you want. So for new players, what's the choice? Choose Enzo Fernandes from here 3,000 and gamble all of it in the player searching for your favorite player, whichever it comes in this section. So notice that for long time players and for the new players, the rewards they're basically same. And notice they did something in this sheet. I've chosen a red mark over here. Background in these cards are only for the long time players. Why? Because there's an option that I'm going to show you about. This is the reason I've said to hold your horses. This is the only best choice among the choices, among the 4 cards that we're giving the scouting point section. You have the founders player over here. This is the place that I was trying to bring your attention to. So here's the plan. You know, look at it here. Look at here. This is the second option. This is the box. Can you see this box? I wanna color it right now. This is the option. This is the option. Free to play players. I had the second option. So what we are going to do here, you know, our plan. Listen up for our plan. Okay. So what are we going to do here? Is we're going to gamble here our club points, which we don't really have any options to. We're gonna get these players, and we're gonna list them in the market. You know, here's a couple of those. You know, here's Dembele. Let's see Dembele. And we have it's ridiculous, but you can potentially sell it in 1.18 billion, of which we already have 400 in the market already. It depends upon which one would be able to sell, but I'm 100% sure that you won't be able to sell 114 to 115 here. 999 plus, 999 plus. Okay, another founder player. You know, what the hell? They choose what kind of Dembele is that? Anyways, 999 players, and every single 114, 115 are selling because everybody's doing that. Everybody's doing exactly the same strategy. Everybody's going to the founders player, gambling their 300 club point token, and then putting on in the market. So it's better to do it with 116, which has much better chance. It's about, I will say, 10 times more chance to sell 116, 117 than that. So after you've sold it, after you sell it, here's what you have to do. You know what it says. Can you read for me? Can you read it? It says like in under 118 to 120. What does it say? It says 117 overall. Retro star player. Retro star player. What kind of name is that? Retro star player. Tradable. It's specifically saying bring out a Thierry Henry for me. Here's Thierry Henry already. There are lots and lots of Thierry Henry already selling in here. You need to bring only 1 or 2. You only need 2 Thierry Henrys, okay? This is the reason I said to watch this video till the end, because you can potentially spend your scouting points over here, which is 1,500. You can potentially spend, you know, we have 5,600. I think you can spend about 4,500 about those, and 4,500 will equate to about 4 players. You can exchange 4 players, but you would need 4 Thierry Henrys over here. Thank you for watching already, and subscribe for future videos, of EFC and rest of the stuff. You know the thing. And bye bye.